Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to show you how to make these really pretty squares. I've got one that's done in a pink and lemon. I've got one that's done in a black and white, and that's the other side of it. It is reversible, this square. This one is just so pretty on this side as well, and it's almost like the granny stitch that we're going to be using. I've done one that's long like this. I'll show you that in another video, that one. And I've got this beautiful white and lemon one. These are the colours that I'm going to use today. You can use as many colours as you like on this. I've seen it done with 3 colours, I've seen it done with 4. I've just used 2 and it's so pretty. Look at the back of that. It's like a granny square, a granny blanket on that side, but on this side it's got these long stitches on. You should know me by now that I love doing this long stitch on it, but it's quite thick as well, as you can see. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It is quite easy. Everything that I do is reasonably easy to do. You can, once I've showed you how to do it, you can make this bigger if you want. This black and white one is 10 inches by 10 inches, and if you keep doing the rows on the colour change part, you can make this as big as you like, and then you can add the extra rows. You can't really see it on that one. You can add the extra rows around the edge and make it as big as you want. You can make it as big as you want. So I'm going to show you a way to do it. I'm going to show you so that you don't have yours going in like this and coming away out at the corners like this. I've seen some of them where they're like that and they're really peaky at the corners and it goes away in at the sides like this. So this is what our project is today. I'm going to show you how to do these very modern granny squares. So I'm going to use a 4.5, if I can get the light to catch it, a 4.5mm hook. I'm using, again, I've got some leftover Karen Simply Soft in a white, and I've got this one. I get mine on Amazon and I buy each colour in a pack of 3. I will put a little link in the bottom that if you're looking for this, and I found it's the most reasonable place to find the most reasonable price, and because I'm a Prime member you get free delivery as well. But a lot of the companies that do this on Amazon do free delivery, and I did get this next day with Amazon Prime. This one is Sunshine. This is Sunshine, and this is just a white. So with this one, what I did with this one, I started with white and then I did lemon. I think for my next one, I'm going to do lemon in the middle and then we'll do the white afterwards. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is this middle section. So I'm going to do my lemon. We'll get my lemon yarn down. I'll just pop that up there out of the way. There we are. Now what we're going to do is called a magic circle. I'll zoom in first. Now I have showed you quite a lot of times how to do the magic circle. I really like it because it pulls your middle in. It pulls the middle in really tight like this. If you were to do a chain of 3 or 4 and join it and then work into the chain, you end up with a hole like that in the middle. But with this one, with the magic circle, it pulls it in really tight and it's really easy. So this is my tail end. I'll make it a bit longer. Wrap it around your hand and cross it over. Put your hook under the tail end, the top part of the tail end, this side, and pull this side through like that. Take it off your hand and catch your working yarn end and just shimmy it in, pull it in, you can pull your little lasso bit and make that smaller and just pull up your yarn, make it all nice and neat, so you end up what looks like a little cowboy lasso like this. Put your yarn over your hook and we're going to chain 3. We're going to be using a UK Terms treble crochet. The USA and other parts of the world, this is a double crochet. That's what we're going to be using to begin with. So I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to move my yarn out of the way. I'm going to work inside my little lasso here, yarn over and in and pull through. We're going to do 2 more treble crochets. So the chain is our first one. I've got that one and we'll do 1 more. So we have 3. Your chain that we did counts as your first one and we've done 2 more. We're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to put 3 more treble crochets into this circle. That's 1, 2 and 3. Might be a little bit fiddly, but it is worth it. Chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to put another 3 treble crochets into the circle, or double crochets if you're in another part of the world. 1, 2 and 3. This is going to make up our centre circle. So we've got 3 sets of treble crochet and 2 chains. So we're going to chain 2. I'll pull my little ring in a little bit. We don't need it quite as wide as that. And I'm going to put 3 more treble crochets into this circle. 1, 2 and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to pull our magic ring tight. Pull it tight, and as you can see, that centre has no hole. Once you sew that in with a darning needle, you'll have no hole in the middle. What you're going to do now is, this is your chain of 3, count 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch into that to complete our little square. So there you go, you've made your centre square. So that's this little centre square right here in the middle. Now I've done mine in lemon so that I can sew these 2 together and make a bigger one. You can make these much bigger and use them as cushion covers, or put them on your seat. If you've got wooden seats in your kitchen, you can make chair covers with them as well. Oops, get that out of the way. Come on, come on, come on. Now what we want to do now is we want to start inside this space. So I'm just going to put my hook through into the space, pull my yarn through and do what's called a slip stitch. I'm just going to pull it through there. It brings your work into this hole a little bit, and it sits better. It sits a lot better when you're doing all your corners. It sits a little better than doing a chain here and having a chain running all the way up. All your chains are here inside here and you don't notice it as much. So we're going to chain 3. We'll count that as 1 chain. Chain 2 more. 1, 2. That counts as your first treble crochet on your next cluster. So yarn over, we're going to put 2 more treble crochets into this corner. That's 1 and 2. We're making the first part of our corner. So now you're going to chain 1 and we're going over into this corner. In this corner we're going to put 3 treble crochet, 2 chain and 3 treble crochet. So yarn over, that's 1, 2 and 3. If you hear any clicking in the background, it's Muttley's playing with his toys. And we'll put our other 3 in, 1, 2 and 3. So every time we do a corner, we're going to do 3 trebles, 2 chain and 3 trebles. So now we're going to chain 1 and move over to this corner and do the same. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, oops, and 3 more trebles all into the same space. Chain 1 and go over to the next corner. We'll do that in all our corners. Chain 2, and we're going to chain 1. Now remember, in this corner we've already put 1 section, so we're just going to put 3 treble crochets and do a 2 chain, and we're going to attach it to the top here. So our 3 treble crochets, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to slip stitch to the top of this chain of 3. Just put your hook through that top stitch, pull through and slip stitch. Now what we're going to do now, I get my scissors, I'm going to cut our yarn, make sure you're leaving enough to stitch in your end. So we'll stitch in our tails. You can do it at the end, you can do it now, it's up to you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start with our next colour. So I've got my white here, I'll just pop that up there, I'll leave my yellow. So far we've done this middle section here. That's this one, like this. I'm doing it the opposite to this one. I'm doing lemon and white, this one's white and lemon. So we're going to do the first set with our long stitches. So take your next colour, put it in any corner, it doesn't have to be that one, in any corner, and just pull your, Molly's got a squeaky ball. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. That's your first treble crochet. Yarn over and we're going to do another 2 treble crochets. That's 1 and 2. Now that's that corner. The first part of that corner's done. We'll finish the other section when we get right round, just like we did with the yellow. What you're going to do now is you're going to chain 1 and we're going to go into this middle section. We're going to put 1 treble crochet in, 1. Now what you're going to do is wrap your yarn around twice. We're going to do, in the UK this is called a double treble. And if you're in the USA, this is a treble crochet. That's a double crochet, and this will be a treble crochet if you're in the USA or another country. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the row below here, and you're going to go work around the middle stitch in that cluster. So that's your cluster of 3. You're going to go behind and around that middle stitch. Just pull your yarn through behind it. Now wriggle it up. You need to wriggle it up to the same height as these stitches. If you don't, it'll have a big indent in the middle. So yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Go in to the space again and do 1 treble crochet. So that's you done your first elongated stitch. So it's 1 into the space, 1 double treble, or a treble if you're in the USA, and 1 treble crochet at the back. Chain 1, and we're going to go in to the corner. Now we're just treating the corner as normal. 3 treble crochet, 2 chain, and 3 treble crochet. It's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, and 3 treble crochet. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going in to this middle section. 1 treble crochet. It's a double crochet if you're in another country other than the UK. Wrap your yarn around twice and go down and work around the post of the middle stitch in this cluster here. Yarn through. Now pull your stitch up, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops, and through 2 loops, and put 1 treble crochet in the back of into that space. Chain 1. We're going to do the corner just the same as we did this one. 3 treble crochet, 2 chain, and 3 treble crochet all into that corner space there. It's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, and 3 treble crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. We're going into this space here. 1 treble crochet and 1 working around this middle stitch on this cluster of 3, that middle one. That's 1 treble crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook twice and go behind the stitch, go down to the next row, pull your yarn through, wriggle your stitch up, pull through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over and through the other 2, and put 1 treble crochet in that space behind that one you've just done. Chain 1, and this is a corner, so we're going to do 3 treble crochet, 2 chain, and 3 treble crochet into this corner. That's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, tuck that tail out the way, and another 3 treble crochet. 1, all into the same corner, 2 and 3. Chain 1, we're back into a middle one again, so it's 1 treble crochet, 1 double treble, so wrap your yarn around twice, and we're going in, work around that treble crochet in the middle, down here, pull through, pull your stitch up, through 2 loops, just make sure that stitch comes up to the same size as these ones. If you don't, you'll end up, find one, you'll end up with it going, it'll go like that, that middle will be sunk away in and it won't stay square, it'll sink in like this. Your points will come out and it'll go like that. So you need to make sure that these longer stitches are pulled up to the same height as these ones. So we've got 1 treble crochet to put in the back of that. So we're over to this corner, that down, fix my tail. So I've already got 1/2 of that corner in there. So if we undo our chain 1, and we're going to do our 3 treble crochet into this corner, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to attach it to the 3rd chain on this side. Just pull it through and slip stitch in. Now we need to be inside on this side of this space, so we're going back in there, pull your yarn through and slip stitch. That's so that you're starting in here and you can get your 3, so you can get your 2 treble crochets in for this corner section. So we're going to chain 2 because we'll count that one as a stitch. So yarn over and 2 treble crochets, 1 and 2. Now what we're going to do now is we're going in to this middle section, we're going to work this section and this section, and we're going to put a long stitch. We're going to use the middle one of this cluster and the middle one in that cluster. So do your chain 1 and go over into this space here. That's 1 treble crochet, put your yarn around your hook twice, and we're going to work around that stitch in the row below. Just pull it up so it's the same height as your other ones, and your treble crochet in there to make your 3rd stitch. Chain 1, we're going to go over to this space and do the same thing. 1 treble crochet, yarn around your hook twice, down to that center stitch and through, pull up, you've got to pull your stitch up, through there, and 1 treble crochet. So we're back at the corner, chain 1, and we're going to do our 3 treble crochet, 2 chain and 3 treble crochet in the corner. We'll chain 1 and we'll put 1 treble crochet in here, and then do your long stitch. You'll do your double treble around that middle one, then 1 more treble crochet. Now I'm on my last little section in the middle, so I'm going down around that post in the row below, one treble crochet into the space again, chain one, and I'm going to do my last section in this corner. I've already got one section in there, if you remember, so that's 1, 2, 3, my chain 2, and I'm going to join the round into the top of that chain of 3, and that's those 2 rounds finished. I'm going to do 2 rounds at a time. Get my scissors, cut my white off, so I've cut the white off and just pull it through. I'll sew all these little ends in once I've finished the square. Now this is what your square is looking like at the moment. It should be looking like this, and you've got your long stitches going down into there. Now we're going to change back to the lemon, to the yellow, and what we'll be doing with that is we'll have 3 sections to go into, and we'll be going around the middle of these 3 here. We're always going to work a long stitch into the row below, so we'll be going into this one, we'll be going around this one, we will go around this, no, we'll go around that one the next row, we'll go around this one and into the one that's there this time on this side, all the way around. I'll show you that. So just pick a corner again. I always pick a corner opposite from where I finished. It kind of keeps it symmetrical. So we're going to pick up our yellow again and pull through the space in our corner. I'll wrap my tail around there, and we're going to chain 2, that'll count as my first chain, 1 and 2. So into here we're going to put 2 more treble crochets, and that'll do the first part of this corner. That's 1 and 2. We'll finish this corner once we get right around. We're going to chain 1, and we're going into this space here, 1 treble crochet. Now wrap your yarn around your hook twice, and you're going down into this row here and in and work around that middle stitch. So you've got your cluster in this row, your sort of granny stitch there, go in around that middle one, pull your yarn up so it's the same height as your other stitches, through 2 and through those 2. 1 more treble crochet into that space. So we're doing a treble crochet and a double treble crochet. And if you're in another country, it's a double crochet and a treble crochet. They call this a treble crochet in the USA. Chain 1, we're skipping over to the next space here, and we're going to go around this big long stitch. So 1 treble crochet into each space. You'll always do 1 treble crochet, 1 long stitch, 1 double treble, and 1 more treble. Yarn over twice. So this time we're going around that big long stitch. Pull your yarn up so it's the same height as your other stitches. If you don't pull these ones up, these are the ones that pull it in at the top. I've got 1 more treble crochet to put in there. Now you can work along with this tutorial, just keep pausing it and catching up. So chain 1, we're going over to the next section, 1 treble crochet, 1 double treble down around the post of that set. Pull your stitch up, pull your stitch up, and one more treble crochet into that same space, chain one, and now we're at our corner. 3 treble crochets, 2 chain and 3 treble crochets all into this space. That's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 so we can move over to the next space. 1 treble crochet, yarn around your hook twice, and we're going down into this middle. We're working around this stitch in the row below. Pull your yarn up, pull up through 2 loops, and just move that aside and put another treble crochet in to there. And this is what the back looks like. The back's got all these little granny squares, or the little granny clusters on the back, and on the front it's got these really lovely stitches. It'll be really pretty once it gets a little bit bigger. We're going to chain 1 and move along to the next round. Now you'll do this, I've done mine in sets of 2 rows, and you can do this for as long, as big as you want it. You just continue doing this round after round, changing your colour every 2 rounds. Or you can just do it one colour. You can do it one colour, you can do it 3 colours, you can do it 4, you can do it 5, whatever you want. So chain 1 and we're over to this space. Treble crochet, work yarn over for your double treble to go around that post. Just work around that post on the row below. Go through. Remember your next treble. Chain 1 and we're going to do our corner. 3 treble, 2 chain and 3 treble into the corner. Then you'll chain 1, you'll do 1 treble crochet, then 1 double treble around the post of this stitch here, and then 1 more treble crochet, chain 1 and move along to the next one, all the way around until we get here. Once we've got here, I'll come back and show you what to do next. Now if you need a little recap on what you're doing on the sections, then remember, don't do that one. You're working on the row below when you do your long stitch. It's the row underneath the one that you've just done. So you're going down into this row here once you've done that one. So I'm going to work my way around here and I'll come back and show you what to do next. Of the white, and I've done 2 more rounds of the yellow in the way I explained. Now if you want this square bigger and bigger, just keep doing the rounds the way I showed you. I'm going to show you how to finish off the blanket. Now the way this last row is going on, again, this last row, you can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it if you want, but this makes a really nice square. I mean, this one's a smaller one, and look at that, it's really pretty. And this is made with the yarn that's only 99p a ball, that's in B&M Bargains. My white one, I'll take the white one over. Look at the white one. The white one's really pretty as well. This is done with the Caron Simply Soft yarn, the same as this. And that's really pretty. You can do this for as many rounds as you want these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch into the middle of my corner. This is my corner. I finished the row. I'm going to slip stitch in. So I'm starting in the corner and it keeps it all nice and even. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That counts as your first crochet, your first treble. So we're going to treble crochet and another one. So it's 3 trebles, 2 chain, 1, 2 chain, and 3 more treble crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So to finish your last round, or to make it all like this, so you've got this rib running around like this, all around the edge. You can do this row as many times as you like as well. So what you're going to do is, we're not going straight into here this time. This middle one on this set of 3, you're going to do your yarn over twice and you're going in there and pull up and finish off your stitch. We're not doing any chains this time, no chains. Into this space you're going to put 1 treble crochet, yarn over twice, and you're going down into the middle one of the row below of that cluster there. Pull your stitch up, pull it up and finish that one and put a treble in the same space like you were in. We're going to go around this one, so yarn over twice around this stitch into the space, 1 treble crochet, yarn around your hook twice, drop down to this one, pull your stitch up. You've got to pull your stitch up or it'll be all sinking in the middle. So a treble crochet into that same space, just like we've been doing. So we're going to this one now. It's like a finishing row, so we're going into that space, 1 treble crochet, yarn around twice, and we're going to scoop up that long stitch, pull it up, yarn through, pull it up, and 1 more treble into that same big space. Instead of jumping over here, we're going to take this stitch here, so yarn over twice and work around that post. So you can see the difference now. We've got our long post stitches all the way around, where here you've got your space and it drops down. Now you don't have that space anymore. This is how you finish off your square. You don't have those spaces where your sort of granny stitches are. You've got your long ones. So there's a long one there. So we're going to go 1 treble into this space, yarn around twice and down around that long stitch. This is your last row, but you can continue this last row. You can do more of this last row. A treble into there. Now we're not skipping this stitch this time, we're going around that one. Into the space with a treble crochet, twice around your hook and around that one, pull up your stitch. This is what's going to make your square really nice and square. A treble crochet in there, twice around your hook because we're going around that long one, into the chain space, twice around your hook, and you're going around the middle one of that corner cluster. Pull it up and through, put a treble in there behind it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do around the post on this corner. So yarn around twice and just pull it up a little bit. You don't need to pull it up as high as the other one. So it's going around that post. We're going to do the corner as normal. 3 treble crochet, 1, 2 and 3, 2 chain, 1, 2 and 3 treble crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Now we're going to work this one on this treble here. So yarn around twice, work around the post, pull up, not too far this time, we're not pulling up so far, and then go to the space. And this is going to make your standing up stitches right along, so there's no spaces. As you can see, there's no spaces. On this one you've got your spaces here, so your last round you've got no spaces, but you've got to pull these ones up so that you end up with, look at the difference, you end up with a nice straight square, where here it's sort of dipping in just a little bit, and this last row pulls it all up into a nice square. So don't worry if you're working and making your square bigger and it starts to go in slightly. When you do your last round like this, once you do the last round and you pick up those stitches that are down here and fill the spaces in, you're going to have a nice straight edge. I'm going to work my way around my square like this, and as you can see, it's closing off those gaps and finishing off your square. So I'll work my way along to this one and then along to where I started, and I'll show you the finished square. So that's your square all finished, and you can just make lots and lots of these, or you can continue around and around and around doing this stitch, and that last row you can repeat that last row as well if you want, around and around, and make your squares any size you like. You won't really see this one because it's got that black on it. I'll put that yellow down so you can see. And this one's a little bit bigger. I just copied that last row. I did a few extra rows on that, and we've got this one, this little one here. So it's up to you how many rows you do, but make sure that you finish it the way I've showed you how to do that last row, where you're going to have all your stitches like this. You've got no gaps, you've got no big gaps like that in your last row. And that's it. That is how you do this really modern granny square like this. A lot of people call this a mosaic granny square. You can use as many colours as you want. I've just used the 2 colours, and this is what it looks like on the back. It's really pretty on the back. It's kind of 3D as well on the back. It's pretty that way. You can always make these, and when you sew them together, you can sew one this way and sew the next one that way, and then sew another one on that's like that. It's entirely up to you. That's the back of this little sort of, it's a lemon and a pink. It actually makes it look like a really creamy colour. And then I've got my large black and white one like this. This is the back of the black and white one. That would be really pretty to do a lot of black and white ones. Have one that way and stitch your next one on. So what you can actually do is, if I move that one, you can make one like this and stitch it, and make one and turn it that way, and then have your next one. It's up to you. I like it like that, and I like that side as well. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Just click on that subscribe button and click on the bell and you'll be notified when I post another tutorial. This is a little bit more complicated than the other tutorials that I've done, but by now, if you've been doing a lot of my videos and doing a lot of the blankets, you should find this one okay to do. Just rewind the video and watch it again until you can cotton on to the idea, and just remember and do that last round the way I've showed you, just to finish off your square. But you can continue your colours for as big as you want, as long as you do that last round the way that I've showed you, just to make it all nice and straight along the sides of your square like this. It makes it all nice and straight the way I've showed you how to do it. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.